On March 5, 1770, in the colony's town square, Boston colonists faced off against British soldiers in an angry mob. There were several factors that led up to the massacre. The Stamp Act of 1765 imposed a tax on any printed materials and was one of the reasons why the Boston Massacre occurred. Later in 1767, the townshend duties created a tax on basic items such as lead, paper, paint, tea, and glass that were being sold to the colonists. The revenue from these duties was to be used to pay the soldiers that protected the colonists.
The colonists did not have proper representation in Parliament and felt these taxes were unjust. The taxes caused tensions between the Patriots and the British to rise. The Patriots or colonists were upset that the British government sent British soldiers to Boston. Patriots began throwing snowballs, stones, sticks, etc. towards the British. One soldier misinterpreted an order from Captain Thomas Preston, thinking that he had shouted "fire" instead of "don't fire."
At the end of the shootout, 5 colonists were killed. The first victim was an African-American man named Crispus Attucks. The other 4 victims killed were Samuel Gray, Samuel Maybrick, Patrick Carr, and James Caldwell. It is said that no person knows who's at fault for the massacre, but Captain Thomas Preston's account was believed to be more accurate to the situation.
Captain Thomas Preston's account of the massacre from the London Evening Post is thought to be more reliable than the Bostonians' account, despite anti-British propaganda from the Patriots. Preston states that there was a miscommunication and fire was heard by one of the soldiers, or the colonist stones to one of the soldiers and caused his rifle to go off. In the Boston Gazette, the Boston Patriots recalled the massacre as the oppression from the soldiers. The Patriots insisted that they were in the right and were defending themselves from the British and their tyranny. According to many sources, including Dr. Jones, the Boston Massacre was, quote-unquote, the turning point for the American Revolution. It united the colonies to fight against Britain.